Hey all, it's Harlow, and today I am bringing you my 16th edition of Friday Flickr Finds, I think. I don't know. I'm starting to lose count, which is a good thing. That means that this has become a long-standing thing, and people seem to be enjoying it, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it and myself, and I'm not quite awake yet. I haven't had my coffee, so I feel like I'm just kind of rambling right now. But I have some really cool images for you today. I've been really busy this week and haven't really had a lot of time to scroll Flickr, so I know I've missed quite a few things, but I do have some really beautiful images to show you guys, so we can go ahead and get started. This first one is from April Blanc, and I thought this was like the sexiest image. I love the pose. I love the jacket she's wearing. I love the glasses. I love the sign in the background, the jeans. I mean, everything about this. I'm definitely going to have to check out her full credits section to get the whole outfit and steal it from her because I just think this is really fantastic. Her avatar is absolutely darling, and the whole look just looks fabulous. And I just think the whole image just really came together. I also really like the pose she's using. So great work. Up next, we have Harlan James, and Harlan's a Flickr that I definitely would tell you that you need to go and follow. Um, his work is pretty badass, and I thought this image was really well done. The lighting that he chose to use, this kind of like olive green like hue, the crown he's wearing, the bees all over him, the look on his face. I mean, just everything that he's wearing is really awesome. I definitely think he's got a very unique and distinctive style, and I think he did a really good job with this. So nice work, Harland. Up next, we have the beautiful Miss Brandy Monroe, and yet again, another Flickr that just always captures my eye when I'm scrolling through my feed. And I think, honestly, this is one of Brandy's best images she's ever done. The lighting she used on this is just fantastic. The depth of field, the whole entire look. She has this like gaze off to the side kind of look going on that just suits the image so nicely. The gloves she's wearing, she just did a really lovely job on this, and I thought it was really beautiful. So great work, Brandy. Up next, we have Blanche Foxclaw, and I just thought this was a pretty badass image. This very like futuristic vibe to it, and I just think it's a really neat avatar. I loved like the dark overall like vibe of the image. Um, the pose, just everything about this is really cool. She did a nice job with the lighting, the way that it's reflecting off the metal of all the little pieces of the items she's wearing and or he's wearing in the image. So I thought it was really cool. Great work. Up next, we have Palmyra. I hope I pronounced that right. If I did, you can yell at me. But this is definitely a, perspective that you don't see in SL very often, and I thought this was a really neat image. Um, it's kind of, I can't tell if they're sitting on like a bus or a subway or it's just a passing window, but I really thought it was cool. I love the way the focus draws you instantly into the person that's sitting in the background and the blur of the person like walking by or sitting elsewhere. It's just really neat. This is really creative. The water droplets look really fantastic. Um, this one is probably one of my absolute favorites this week, and I just really enjoy it. Up next, we have Hex, and I typically am not a fan of sideways images. Like, I usually just kind of scroll on by. I don't really have much interest in them because I feel the need to want to tilt my head and like really study the image. Um, but I feel like Hex really nailed this, and I think all the beautiful items she's wearing, I know she's wearing a lot of Random Matter, which is one of my favorite stores in Second Life. The whole styling of the avatar, her Flickr is beautiful. Definitely check it out. Lots of really lovely images. that I have recently discovered, and I'm just really impressed with um, her attention to detail and her eye for this. She's definitely very talented. So I thought this was a really beautiful image, even though it's sideways, and that's not normally my thing. I really dug this. I just thought it was really cool, um, sideways and all. So great work. Up next, we have Brandon, and this image, this is probably my number one favorite image this week. I just think this is so cool. It kind of, the first thing I thought of was those like hills in Los Angeles that kind of overlook the city that people go and park and sit at. And I just love the perspective. I love the depth of field. I want to know what he's thinking. Like I look at this image and I'm like, what is going through your mind? I mean, he looks like he's either going through something really rough or, just having a moment of contemplation after a rough day. I don't know. I made this whole story up in my head as I was looking at this image, and I think that is the uh, biggest key to a successful piece of art is, can you draw people in? Can you have them like paint a story by looking at your image? And I think Brandon did a really nice job with this. So really well done. I love the colors. I just love everything about this. I just think it's really fantastic. So nice work, Brandon. Oh my goodness, Juliet. I love her. Like her Flickr has truly become one of my favorites. She has got this very distinctive style. And the thing that caught my eye with this actually initially wasn't the image, it was the title and the caption. It says miscalculation and it says, "Oh, you idiot." And here she is holding this heart in her hand, and she's like licking her fingers, and she's got blood running everywhere. And everything about this I was obsessed with. I just think it's so perfect, and she has this way of doing these images that are darker, but yet they still pop. And I don't know how she does it, but she does a remarkable job, and I just adore her, and I adore her Flickr, and the more she posts, the happier I get. I just think she's really lovely, and I think this image is really awesome. So if you are not following Juliet, please go and do so, because I mean, this picture deserves 500 favorites, not 277. So definitely go and follow her. Her work is just really, really cool. Up next, we have the lovely Maria, and I can just tell a lot of work went into this image. Everything from the styling to the background to the posing, it's just really cool. And Maria is one of those people that every week I'm like, all right, here's another picture that definitely could probably be on Friday Flickr Finds, but if I feature her every week, then people are going to think I'm being biased. So I resist, but honestly, every week she's got an image that could be on here, and this image definitely deserved to be here. It's just really, really cool and beautiful, and I thought she did a very lovely job. So nice work, Maria. Up next, we have Whiskey Monday, and I actually think this is the first time I featured Whiskey on Friday Flickr Finds, which is really surprising because Whiskey has a really awesome Flickr, and I feel like I probably missed some good images that probably should have been featured, but I don't often get a chance to scroll everybody's Flickr just because I'm busy. And Whiskey is someone I've known in SL for a really long time. She is a really awesome person, and her artwork always stands out. And I just thought this one especially was just really awesome. Her images always make you stop and think. I always stop and think what was going through her head when she took this image, or what story is she trying to convey. And I think the posing on this is really nice. The clouds in the background, the tone across the whole image is very, very well done. It just really draws you in, and sometimes these simple images like this, make the biggest impact. And I think Whiskey always does a really great job with that. She has these very I don't like using the word simple because they're not simple, but they're very like um, I don't even know what word I'm trying to convey, but they're these images that you focus on one thing. Like she'll have this like giant backdrop, and then one thing really pulls you in, and this is one of those images, and I just think she did a great job. So Whiskey, I'm really excited to have you here this week, and nice work. Up next, we have LoveTrill, and I don't feel like I feature that many like close-up portraits on Friday Friday Flickr Finds, but sometimes a portrait just really captures my attention, and this was one of them. I love the way her hair is like swooping in the background, the tilt of her head, the look on her face, the little details of her avatar. I just think she did a really nice job with this, and it's really beautiful. And the posing of her hand, and you know, close-up images is one thing I really struggle with. So when I see people really excelling at it, I'm just always really impressed. So great work, love. Up next, we have Aradia and Aradia. Honestly, like she's one of my like friends that I'm growing closer and closer to every day, and I still don't know how to pronounce her name right. So, can you yell at me when you watch this and tell me how to pronounce your name properly? Because every single time I butcher it, and that's embarrassing because like we're friends and I should know how to pronounce your name. But anyway, I absolutely just adore this image. I just think it's beautiful. It's got this like whimsical like princess vibe to it, and I just really really love it. And I'm excited to have her here this week. She's a lovely person, and her images are just as lovely. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this. So hope you enjoyed as well. Got a couple more for you guys. Up next, I have Primo, and Primo's been on Friday Flickr Finds a handful of times with good reason. Just always really impressive portraits. I know I just told you guys that I don't feature a lot of portraits, but Primo always does these really impressive images and just really impressive avatars too. I don't think this is a friend. I think this is an avatar he did. I may be wrong. I don't know. But I just think that the look, the vibe, everything about this is just really awesome. Just so much attention to detail in one part of an avatar, and I just think it's really, really, really impressive and well done. So great work, Primo. I think this is a really cool portrait, and I am happy to feature it this week. Last but not least, I have Panda Banana, which is one of my favorite avatar names. I love it. I just think this is a darling portrait of a couple, and I think the whole look is cute. I love the pose, the way they're looking at each other. It's just true love. It's adorable, and I love it. And I think it's a good photo coming up for the Valentine's season, and I just wanted to feature it this week. So that concludes my Friday Flickr finds this week. I hope you guys found some new artists to follow. There's just so much talent on the grid, and every week I really enjoy doing this, and every week I find new people to follow and feature, and I'm really glad that you took the time to tune in, and I look forward to bringing you new content soon.